Hey guys, welcome to springtime. Are you ready to do some gardening? Well, what I'm doing today is not exactly gardening. I'll be planting some flowers in these baskets to hang on the front of my house and decorate it. With spring comes a little bit of allergies and that kind of stuff, so if my voice sounds a little raspy, well, got kind of that stuff going on, Aren't they pretty flowers? These are so gorgeous. Potting soil, have to have that. Covered my table. My husband found this in his shed. For me, it's just a, cover for whatever you want to keep dry, but in this case, I want to keep my table dry and neat. So, I got my cutters. These are the baskets I'm going to hang on the front of the house. So, I just need to open up this bag of potting soil. I think that's the first order of business here. Boy, this thing's heavy. Oopsie daisy here. Okay. Got my little handy dandy digging shovel, but I don't know. We'll give it a go. I'm such a hands-on person that it's hard for me to do one little shovelful at a time. Just get in there and dig with my hands, That's the funny thing about when I'm having trouble with my sinuses is my voice can go really, really low. I was doing that the other day, talking to my husband. I said, "Do you recognize my voice?" Stop talking like that. You're scaring me. It's cracked me up. Okay, so anyway, get serious here. We are planting. Some. I have a really hard time pronouncing the name of this flower. It's called Calibrachoa. Calibrachoa. I don't know, but it's also known as trailing petunias, or it's also called million bells. Never heard of any of that except for petunias. And a couple of years back, that is what we planted in these same planters. No, let's see. It's been about 4 years, I think, since the last time I decorated the front of the house with flowers. So I'm a little out of practice, but we'll see how I do today. Okay, that's just enough dirt on the bottom to get for the flowers to land in and do a little bit of filling of the planters around the flower. All right, let's get a plant here. Let's get started. I'm trying to think how I will arrange this. I don't want to rearrange it. It'd be easy just to throw 2 whole pots in there, but I want to get a little bit of purple and a little bit of pink in each planter to have some variety. When I was at Lowe's, I saw some pots that were filled with a ready-to-go thing. There were several different kinds of plants mixed in with the flowers. I'm not going to be doing that. It's just going to be baby petunias. That's what I'll call them. Calibrachoa. The funny name for a flower. Alright. Let's just try to show you the tag here. Calibrachoa, see? No, I'm not going to try to get that out of the bucket. Forget about it. Alright, there's a thing under here. Can you see that tag? Well, I will put it at the end of the video so that you can see what kind of flower it is. Alright, here's my purples. I like trailing petunias. Ready. Okay, before I try to put any of those flowers in, let's get some soil into the planters. My sweet husband put some screws into my wall here so that it would hold the planter up for me. Isn't that sweet? So I don't have to struggle with holding it up. I can just go ahead and put that in. I don't need too much soil along the bottom because the flowers have quite a bit of their own. So we'll just spread it out thinly. And I'll add more later if I need it. Just do it like this. Aren't these wire baskets so pretty? And the basket liner is a neat kind of fibrous plant. I couldn't tell you exactly what it's made of, but I did look it up once. But it's very porous, so you can just, the water will run out and it won't get overly wet and cause you root rot for your flowers or plants, whatever they are. But they do need to be watered every day because potting soil is very thin, it's very porous, and so are the plant liners. So every day I have to water these, unless it rains. Let's get these things separated. I just want to do 2 parts, so gosh, it's been so long since I've done this. What am I doing? Here? I'm losing all my dirt. That's what I'm doing. That's a good thing the root system is very strong. What are you doing, Rebecca? Alright, let's just go ahead and put in one little glob on one end. I want to put some of the purple flowers in the middle and then have pink on either side. I guess just go ahead and do the pink while I'm here. There we go. Just set those in there for now. I think I want some of this soil to go in the sides. I don't want to put too much in yet until I got the purple flowers in there. Just enough to hold them in place, you know what I mean? There, okay. Right. That's good. Okay, purple flowers. Trailing petunias, million bells. See, those are just much nicer sounding than Calibrachoa. Okay, just get these plastic things off. Pull that over. These flowers are really hardy because I sure manhandle them. Alright. That thing. Now, see, I only have one purple plant, so I am going to divide this in 3 somehow. Let's see here. Probably not going to do it very evenly. But I don't necessarily want to do it evenly because I've got 2 large-sized planters and 1 medium-sized. We'll just save a smaller piece for the smaller planters. So more purple in this one. Okay, now we need to fill in a little bit. I think of flowers as being very fragile, but when it comes to planting, I'm just like bull in a china shop. Alrighty there. That's nice. I love that. Just gorgeous. Take this out of here now. I can tidy up after I get it outside. Sit that down somewhere and get to our next basket up. See, this is the smaller basket. Alright, I just love what my husband did for me. It just works out so great. Set that there. Here's another basket liner. I will show you this tag. See that? Style Selections, it's called. A Coco basket liner. Coco. So what if cocoa means that it's made of coconut fibers? Bet you it is. Because my basket's smaller and they didn't have the smaller size liner, so I'm going to cut this down. I'll just lay one on top of the other. Boy, this is thick. This is not easy. Good thing I got gloves on because that would really hurt my hands. Little toughy pair of scissors being able to handle all this. There we go. Wait, I got another spot here. Okay. I saved my old liners from 4 years ago, and by the time I took them out again this year, they just were trash. So they actually really do disintegrate. Okay, so that's not fitting quite right. So they're pretty thick too, but it's amazing how the water just runs right out of them. You can't really overwater these. I mean, you could just put buckets and buckets of water on it and it would only retain what it needed. So that's what's really clever about these. But it does mean that you have to water more often. That's a good enough fit for me. I think that'll work. Tidy up a little bit here. I don't want to waste any of this dirt because it's really actually so, well, it's not like it's expensive, although it is a little bit, but I just don't like waste. So I'll collect all this stuff and I'm not going to trash it. I'm going to put it back in the compost. Okay, now let's fill up the bottom of our basket liner. I say our, I mean my basket liner. I'm talking like a teacher, right? Okay, students, let's fill up our basket liners now. It's gonna bug me. I just know it's gonna bug me that it's not fitting perfectly. And they'll get covered by flowers because these are trailing flowers. These flowers will actually grow so profusely that they'll end up draping over the edge. And they will anyway, even before they get, more full. So here we go. Well, do I want to do purple first? I guess I can with this one since I've already separated it. I need room in my bucket to put the pink ones anyway, so let's take some of this out. Okay. I think that's about the size of it for this little one. Let's just move this over to the side here because I need to make room for my pink flowers. Okay. Alrighty, here's the pink ones. Get this thing out of the way. That hook makes it impossible to take. I couldn't get the hook out. I tried to get it out without cutting them, but I couldn't do it. So off they go, off with their heads. And these things, they slide out so nice and easy. I love that. Sure makes the job easier. And it really is actually a really easy chore to do this. All you need to do is buy the right supplies, but it helps that I have a husband who will put attaching screws in the front of our house so that these planters can hang from it. I could probably do it by myself, but I don't tell him that. I just love that he's so helpful and super supportive of everything I do. So, okay, get these in the corner. Not having the easiest time, and I don't have enough soil underneath these purple ones, so let's build it up a little bit. Just isn't going to be as many of that color in this planter, so I don't want it to get overwhelmed. Okay, look, it's already getting overwhelmed completely. Come on, little purple guy, we gotta get you up. Stand up. Get up there now. Alright, more dirt, more dirt. A little better. You need more dirt in between the plants too. Get, really the more dirt you pack in there, the better. You don't want your soil to be too loose because, as I say, the water will run out of it too quickly and they'll dry up and die. Don't want your flowers to dry up and die. Poor babies. Okay, let's get these out of the way for a sec because I want to pick up this planter to take it outside. Okay, let's get her out of here. Those flowers are certainly trailing, and I haven't even had them growing yet. Okay, let's get the rest of this dirt up here. I don't want to waste any of it. This stuff is going to go back in my bucket. is quite enough. Here's my last basket. The size is large. The little basket goes in the middle of my house. I have 3 corners to the front of my house, which you will see. I will show you. I'm going to have my husband hang up the flowers for me. And I'll show you the finished result. What do you call it? Okay, it's square goes to hexagon. What's the 6-sided? Oh, you know how, the beveled windows that you can get to put a planter like above your kitchen window. That's the shape of the front of my house. It's like half of a 6-sided block, for example. I am so not arithmetic literate. And I did not pay attention in geometry class. I absolutely hated math. But if they had had a class on gardening, I would have thrived really well. We had a class called Home Economics, and they did not teach us economics for your home. They taught us, I guess economics also means, the way that you, succeed at something. So they taught us cooking, and we learned sewing, and what else did we learn in Home Economics? I don't know, but I did okay in that class. Alright, tidy up a little bit here because I want to make another mess. Here are my pink flowers. I'd like to get these cut without destroying the flowers. There's no easy way to do it. Okay. I got a whole stray piece that broke off. Let's put her down. She's dead. Alright, pull this out of here. Alright. Let her glide off so easy. Plop. Okay, I want to divide this into... First, let's get it off of this. I love the sound of the roots snapping and breaking as you pull these things apart. I don't know if you've been hearing any of that. They won't let go of each other. Alright. One corner goes you. That one. Okay. One corner goes the other. Plop. That's good. And there's room now for this last big purple piece in the middle after I put some propping up dirt. Now watch this. Oh man, I just lost the whole bottom of the flower. Look at how many your roots are still in there. Squishy. Snap, crackle, pop. It's fun. Yeah, okay, well, I want to use some of this to put in the planter because it can only help. Fill it up here between the two flowers. It certainly doesn't hurt to use the soil that has the roots in them. They won't grow back or anything, but let's see, you're too low again. We need to get you up. Sit up, you. Dirt behind it to kind of make it stay up higher. I keep underestimating how much soil it needs. No such thing as too much, unless your roots are exposed. Okay, let's take her down now. Then we'll do a little bit of cleanup. So I'm going to save this soil and put it back in the bag. I really hate to waste anything. You would think, oh, just throw that into the dirt outside, but potting soil has a different consistency than your typical landscape soil. And so I only want to put it where it's really actually valuable and useful. Therefore, I will save it. And I might put a little bit later on into, fill in spaces in my pots, my planters. We'll see. But for now, it's going to go back in the bag. Yeah, that's too much to throw out. I want to save that for sure. Get it back in here. I'm just going to use my hands. I swear, it's just so much easier. That little dinky shovel's actually really no good for anything but digging. Bring this to the bottom. See how much I can get out of here. Sweep that out some. Get it all to the bottom. Lest my scratchy voice be disturbing anybody, rest assured I feel just terrific. I am not sick anymore. Allergies and stuff, that's going to be what I deal with all summer long. And spring. But I don't get it as bad as some, where you have that itchy eyes and stuff like that. I don't get that, fortunately. Alright, let's go outside. Thank you, honey. So appreciate this, Jerry. Thank you so much. Okay, last side. Isn't that pretty? I'm just going to water these now, just a little bit, even though they were very wet to begin with. We're expecting rain pretty soon here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But now you can see on top of them. They bounce back really well too, so whatever rough housing I did with these guys, they'll be all right. Okay, last planter. See that one? That one looks a little worse for the wear. I really jostled them around. They'll fill in really pretty. And they just make your house look so nice. I'll show you some more perspective. Kind of zoom out a little bit here. Okay, back around the side. You can see the shape of the house and the way the flowers are on each side. Well, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm so grateful that you joined me for my little springtime happiness. Here's our little dogwoods in bloom, and I'll leave you with that. See you in the next video.